So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's briefing session. That is for the Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. Remember that after a few days, we are going to have the expiry. So, we are going to see a lot of volatile movement in gold as well as in other Forex pairs also. So without wasting time, let me share you the technical chart. So first we are going to discuss the technical charts, then we go to the economic calendar, then we see if we are finding any big development or news related to the current geopolitical events, connect everything, and then design the whole story. And after that, we're going to discuss that what kind of trading opportunities are best suitable for today. So for intraday. So please stay tuned and watch it carefully. So we'll start. So first, let's have a look on the gold chart. Why gold? Because yesterday we have discussed this, right? This consolidation, we have drawn this trend line, right? Which has been broken, then again retested it, and we have predicted that if prices breaks this swings, there will be a very good impulsive movement towards the upside. Same kind of analysis we have shared in the BMC Trading Insights also. Now, what happens over here? In the late night we have seen lot of consolidations, lot of patience have been tested. Nobody is having the clear direction, but those who have watched this session and have placed their pending orders have been executed with a very good momentum, and see the prices have spiked up. Right now they are in a short term corrections and high probability that it might taste this fair value gap first and then this order block. So it's still I'm towards the buy side in gold. So stay tuned, and things are quite clear. We don't have any noise right now into the gold. Now let's move on to the next sector of the market. So for this, let me share you my broker screen, my MT5 screen. So over here, this is the chart for the gold, right? Which we can see over here. Focus on this area. This is the important support which have been broken, and now it is acting as a resistance, which has been also broken. Now, the important thing which I need to mark over here, which is this gap, right? Because you have seen this strong candle, right? Whenever you find any candle which is showing any imbalance, that means market have put lot of effort to break something, and that is the reason we have seen that imbalance. So what we need to do, we just need to mark this gap area which we call the fair value gap, right? So this is the correct logic of it. So let me draw one more line and see. Today the market is being taken support from this area, right? So still, if you want to take a buy call, yes, you can take it, but you have to keep your stop loss below the low of this arrow, right? Which is at 4504. About this swing point, this point would be your first partial booking point, right? And if you have patience, so wait for this area to be tested, right? Just let me mark over here. Okay. This area, which is 4660. So it's still there is upside room is available, and still because the new microstructure is towards the bullish side, so my biasness is for the buy side. Now let's move on to the silver. So same is the case with silver. See this area because we have discussed this on a bigger time frame. So let me move it to the bigger time frame. See this small structure, right? By connecting this trend line, I just want to depict the same trend line which I have observed, right? Prices have rejected lot of time. The more any level is tested, the weaker it becomes, right? And same is the case over here, which we have seen. Prices went down. There is this strong fair value gap, which we have marked yesterday. Prices get reversed, right? Given us the confirmation by a green candle, then a retest, and then the continuation. So first, let the market show the strength. So I'll call it S, then the retest, I call it R, and then the continuation. So the SRC model we have to follow right now. And this swing have been made, and above this swing, which I've marked the arrow also right over here, right? That is the point where you need to take the buy call, and the buy are initiated at this point because of the spread. You keep your stop losses below this and you can enjoy this moment. Now, what we are expecting today. So over here, this area, right? This is the last swing point. If I watch this, right? All of a sudden, lot of supply have came into the charts, right? And all of a sudden, prices get a U-turn. And see, there is a retest also over here. So what I need to do, I need to mark this low with this high, right? So that would be my strong resistance area, which have been tested once, but the rejection is not that impressive. If you see, the momentum of green candles is quite strong as compared to the bear candle, which is the red candle. That means still the buyers are in control. It is just a mere correction, and high probability that this is the high, this is the lower high. Then again, we have a liquidity sweep of this area. And then again, if prices try to go above, that is the time you need to create your buy. Second thing, what you can do, you can place your Fibonacci retracement also over here, right? And you will be surprised to see that if prices went down, so from this 61 to 50, this is the zone from where you might find a very good reversal, and that is the point you have to create your buy positions. But the rule are same, SRC. First, let the market show the strength for the upside, that is green candle, then the retest, and then the continuation. When the continuation happens, that is the time we need to take the entry into the market, right? So that is for the silver. And this is also the case that prices from here itself went above this area. So again, strength, retest, and then the continuation, then we'll take the trade. Now come to the US oil, because everything is revolving around the US oil. This is the market structure which we have identified over here, which I marked with the ascending triangle, right? Lot of people have find it as a bearish pennant pattern, right, which have given the break, right? And we have told you that high probability, high chances, because of the geopolitical tensions, there is no logic which fits that oil prices are going down, right? If there is an escalation, prices must go up. So why it is going down? See, this is a very strong candle, strong fall. It changed the sentiments towards the bear side, and a lot of people have taken the entry, right? Those who have traded this impulse toward the upside, they are holding their stop losses over here and here. So high probability, all the liquidity which are less resting below the low would be taken very soon. So wait for it till the time. If you're very aggressive, help the market to hunt these stop losses and take, or you can create a sell call. And from here, if you find exhaustions, then in that case, you need to think of taking a buy. Now, because in the H1 time frame, market is quite sideways and it is not giving a very clear direction. So either we need to move into a more smaller time frame or into a higher time frame. So first we have a look on H4. See, this is H4, right? And this is the low which I've been talking about. Now see this swing, and this is a kind of imbalance, right? And see my channel, right, which I've drawn, and this is the deviation channel, by the way. And let me extend it to the current candle and see, now this is the midpoint of the deviation channel, which is acting as a strong resistance, and prices are being rejected from here with a very strong candle, right? Then again, they have tried every time when sellers show their strength, the second candle, in the very second candle, they give chance to the opposite party, in our case is the bulls, that push, show me your strength and push the prices above the high which I've made, right, which is this high, right? If they have that much strength, they can push the prices, but they have failed. That means who is in control right now? Sellers are in control. So it's better that we should go with the sellers, and these are the low points which are going to be taken by the market very soon, right? So yes, we can take the aggressive trades for this point. And almost right now prices are at 86.52, and till 84 it might take the correction. That means almost 150 pips of movement we can catch in US oil right now. Okay, and if we have a look into our CCI and RSI also, so to change the to trap the liquidity or to trap the traders, right? The best thing which tells us that the trap is right now is under process is the divergence. In any oscillator, you use MACD, OSMA, or CCI or RSI. See, we have this low point. Now what happens? Prices will go below the low of this candle, but here we don't find a lower low formation. We find a low and a higher low formation. Same is the case with this indicator also, right? We have this low formations. Prices again went down below the low, but instead of a lower low formations, we have a low and a higher low formations. That is the sign that the trap has been designed. A short impulsive move towards the upside will come. We'll catch that. We'll make few good profits in buy positions. And if they get rejected again by the mid line of this channel, then again we take a sell call. Right. So this is the thing which is being conveyed by the technical chart, and why the market is reacting, because we are not getting any news or any escalation news, especially related to the Strait of Hormuz or Iran episode. Okay. Now let's have a look on the natural gas. So first have a look on a daily time frame and see this area has been broken, and the size of the candle is very small, which is indicating slowing down momentum. So no good trading opportunity in natural gas right now. Now let's have a look on H1. So yesterday we've been expecting that there might be possibility that we might see a spike, but because of very less volatility, see this Bollinger Band, right? They are trading in a sideways range, right? That is the time you need to watch, right? So over here we have a choppy market, then we have a breakout towards the downside, right? But after this, I need continuation in the momentum. That means I need candles to renew its low, but it doesn't happen over here, right? We have two small candles and this third candle. That means there is some kind of hesitation with the sellers. That is the reason they are not pushing the prices downwards, right? Once they have given renewed this low, in the very next candle we have a doji formation, right? And which is a dragonfly doji, right? And see, prices are trying to gaining momentum towards the upside. So right now they are just taking a time corrections, and soon they will test the mid band of the Bollinger Band. Once this happens, that will be the time which will give us the clear direction whether we need to take the reversal, right? That means with the continuation of the trends towards the sell side, or we might think that there might be a change in the market symmetry towards the upside. Then we think of taking a buy call, but for that we need a lot of confirmation. Confirmation same SRC we need. Now let's move to the GBPUSD. Why GBPUSD and USD? Yesterday we have seen a lot of news. Prices fell down, right? This is 15 minutes. Then again they have shot up, right? In the US session, right? We have seen a spike, but see after this making this high, same kind of style which have been shown into the natural gas. This is the candle which have given the close, and after this candle, lot of people have think that this trend is going to continue. Then what happens? Prices again fell down, and high probability that lot of people have placed their stop losses. This liquidity have been swept. Then those who have tried to catch this momentum or trade this reversal, they have placed their stop losses. This stop loss has also been hunted by this market, and now we have an aggressive move towards the upside. So we might think of taking a buy call, but this fair value gap is also being tested. So I'm waiting for the prices to give me a discounted price, right? And what is discounted price and what is premium price is that whatever impulsive movement you have seen, you need to take the low and high, draw the Fibonacci, mark the 50 line. Above 50 is the premium zone, below 50 is the discount zone. So wait for the prices to give you to come into the discount zone, and then you can take the buy call because the momentum towards the upside is quite strong. Okay. Now let's have a look on the EURUSD. So, and second thing, which is very important, see both the indicators are in the overbought area. Now they are taking a U-turn, right? CCI have already taken the U-turn. So the probability of a correction to the downside is quite high. So wait for the prices to come at the discount level, right? Let me help you with this, right? So I've drawn this and this 50 level, right? This is my discount area. Let the prices come into this area, and once if they are showing SRC, that is strength, retest, and continuation, then we are going to take the buy call in the continuation of the momentum of the current momentum. Okay. Now, second scenario, what if lot of people have this questions that what if prices continue to go up? So over here we have the rejection into the prices, this red line, which is at 1.3431, right? So let me mark this as a zone to give you more clarity. So this zone, right? So prices might test this level. This is the previous or the Asian session high. Lot of liquidity is being resting over there. After sweeping the liquidity, then we'll have the correction, right? So we need to make this revision into the Fibonacci retracement to the high which have been made over here. Once it is done, then you have your new marked zone for discount, right? And let the prices test this zone, then think of taking a buy call. Don't try to hop on, right? If prices take a reversal and take this, you'll get very few pips, right? It's not a good time. Let the prices come at a very good price zone, then you need to create your buy positions, right? Now let's have a look on the EURUSD. See, this is the projection which we have given yesterday with the arrow, right? And what happens? Prices went above, initiated a buy call from the 1.1597. So this is the strength which have been shown by the market. This is the retest, and now this is the continuation. Although the confirmation will come when the prices will high, but if you are aggressive trader, and today I am going to act as an aggressive trader because lot of uh, for uh, lot of days market is moving in a sideways and they are not giving very good trades, right? So I'm going to take the buy call from here itself, right? And this would be my target area. Okay. Second thing, see, we have continuous divergence, right? Classic bullish divergence we have seen. First, prices have given a very strong impulsive move, but no continuation. So this is a sign of trap, which I'm talking about in when we've been discussing the gold chart, right? So those who have taken buy, they have put their stop losses. See, in the next, all the stop losses are hunted and all the buyers have turned into sales when this price action is happening, and all of a sudden there is an exhaustion and the continuation. So always trade divergence with cautions. Let the market give you at least two candles and the SRC thing. Once it is done, then it's a confirmation, then take the trades. Now let's have a look on the USDJPY, right? So it's still into this zone which we have identified, right? This triangle formation, right? And still it is trading within the range of this candle. So not today, we are going to have any good day to trade into the USD JPY, but in the coming future, soon there will be a very good breakout into the prices, right? If war is escalating, USD JPYs react same like gold. If gold is going up, USD JPY is also tend to go up, right? All the other USD pairs might go down, but this is not the case with USD JPY if war escalation news came in that scenario. Okay. Now, the second last section, that is the indices. So for this, we have the Wall Street 30. See, this is the Fibonacci retracement which we have drawn yesterday. This is the order block which we have marked, which has been mitigated. Then prices have taken the rejections from exactly from the 61.8. That is the Fibonacci golden ratio. And then again, we have an impulsive move towards the upside, right? So still we'll hold this Fibonacci retracement. Now I need to focus on the current market structure. So for that, I use the fractal and I'll connect this fractal to understand what kind of trend they are matching. So I'll not take this impulsive move. Instead, I'll take the previous low because this is just the reaction to hunt the stop losses of this impulsive move, and then we have the continuation. So I'll connect this low with this low to identify a correct trend line, right? See, and in the very next candle, right, this has been tested and then again the strength, right? Now I'm waiting. So right now prices are trading sideways. That means they are in a phase of time correction, so prices will move sideways, right? Once this trend line is being tested, then we'll have a continuation toward the upside. Or if any news related to war came, then in that case, this trend line might be broken and might fall down, right? But the probability is very low. Why? Because first, this order block has been tested, right? And this fair value gap, right? This fair value gap is also being tested by this candle. Now, over here, we have lot of liquidity is resting. So this would be the zone which might be tested by the market. But whenever, if candles are forming towards the upside and if every candle is having lot of wicks, right, lot of shadows, that is a sign that the momentum towards the buy side is not that promising. And same is the case for sale also, right? See over here, lot of candles, lot of exhaustion, a short impulsive move toward the upside. Lot of candles, right? Exhaustion, exhaustion, exhaustion. But the good thing is that whichever is the stronger candle, see, this is the stronger candle, low has not been taken, right? Then we have lot of confusion market. So this is the market where majority of retail traders get trapped. Then again we have impulsive move, right? And we as a retail trader don't have that much strength to design such kind of candles. So somebody in the market have accumulated lot of positions, right? Then they have pushed the prices, which triggers our sentiments for buying. We start taking buying. Then they have tested our sentiment by making this red candles. Once this candle is forming, lot of people think of that might be there, might be a reversal, double top formations and all. Then again, all of a sudden somebody have pushed the prices, right? As soon we have seen this strong candle, we start taking buy. Then again somebody have supplied lot of uh positions, right, to the buyers, and right now prices are still moving sideways, right? And if we see the current candle, they have tried to go above this candle, and all of a sudden again the exhaustion. So somebody is distributing their positions, right? So be cautious, because still the test of this trend line is pending. Let the test of this trend line be done. Whichever candle you find which is testing this, right, mark that candle and the very next candle as a zone, and the breakout of that zone we are going to take trade today. If it is toward the downside, we take a sell. If it is towards the buy side, we are going to take the buy call. Now let's come on to the last segment of the report, that is the BTC USD. So BTC USD, the momentum is quite less, right? We've discussed this candle yet, and yesterday we have seen this candle which is still trading under the shadow of the previous candle, which is this candle, right? And this is yesterday, and this is Wednesday's candle, which have taken the high. And I told you that I want prices to go above the high of this candle, right? And if this happens, this fractal will be removed from the chart. That means prices will go up, and then in the 2 3 days they are again going to make a downward shift or downward corrections, right? Because we need a fractal formations over here, which should be above this high or below this high. If this is below this high, we find a fractal, that means this is a continuation toward the downside. We have lower low formations. Second thing, if prices went above the high of this and then make a fractal point, that means a candle which is having the highest high as compared to the previous two candle and the next two candle, then we have a higher high formation, and it is a continuation toward the upside. And I'm still optimistic toward the upside, that there is my still room available that they might test this 78,000 and 80,000 level, right? So I'm still hoping, keeping my finger crossed, let this candle cross this high, right, which is of Tuesday. Once it is done, then we'll take the buy call by keeping our stop losses below this swing point. So that's all from the technical part. I've tried my best to give you everything in a very precise and concise manner, right? Which help you seeing the chart without the noise, very clear. Now you know that in each asset classes what is developing and how to trade those. Now it's time to discuss the technical fundamental datas, right? So we'll see what are the macroeconomic datas which are still pending to be released, right? So let me share my chart over here. So see, this is the 25th. Let me make, because we need to see the tomorrow's movement also, right? So we've been discussing that we have this 4 week, 8 week. Just a minute. This is 26th. Yesterday. Yes. So this is the yesterday, and these are the bond auctions which we are having, right? See, 3.45, and right now it is 3.936, almost 4% to it, right? So the bond interest on bonds are rising, right? So, and that is the reason we are seeing lot of turbulence, and it's not a good sign. Although for a it's a shorter time period note, 2 year note, so that means on a 2 year note, US government is offering very good interest, and they're telling that why to invest in gold when we are offering you very good interest. Invest into our assets, right? So high probability that it will bring lot of profit booking into gold or into Bitcoin, and people will tend to diversify their investment into the safer assets, right, which is being backed by the government, right? Now, one thing is impacting the sentiments of the bond traders is that how much trust they have on the US. So US have to manage the media, and we'll see lot of news which is coming, which is promising that US is still very strong. Iran conflict is escalating. They are controlling every episode. So you'll find this kind of news. Don't get trapped into that news. You know that for each and every war, there is lot of economics involved. That means they need money, and this is the way they do the fund accumulation, right? Now let's focus on today's data, right? So although this speech has been done, right, so we'll provide you the whole interpretation of this news in the BMC premium community on WhatsApp and BMC trading insights, right, on Telegram channel. So go through that. We'll provide you the transcript along with the interpretation, along with the call to action, that what Christian Lagarde is telling us, right? So what we need to do into the euro pairs if we are trading. Then we have the sentimental data for the business climate, which is the IFO, right, for the Germany, which is going to be released soon, right, just after the 3 minutes. Then we have the ECB lane speech. So this is a volatile time period. So wait for the reaction into the prices. Then we'll plan the trades, and we have discussed the technical things. Let the prices come at the premium zone, then take the trade. And at this data, there might be such kind of actions, right? Now let's move on to the US session and US data. So first of all, although this data is also very important, but and right now we have seen that at 4:30. So this is the Indian timing. At the 4:30, gold prices are reacting too much, right? For the last 2 days, right? The big candle which we have seen yesterday and day before yesterday is happened at 4:40 p.m. Right? So this data might impact the sentiment of the trader. So watch it. Then we have the M3 money supply data for the India. So it's not that important, but yes, current account data, we need to see export prices and import prices, right? Whether the exports are improving or not. If exports are improving and imports are less, that means economy is performing very good. They have little bit money to settle with other countries, right? So their foreign reserves are safe, and if foreign reserves are safe, dollar is going to get stronger. So this data is going to impact, right? But market is not going to react on this news, because lot of retail traders don't understand this data. They just see the price action and take the entries. But as you are my viewer, you know that wait for this data, let the retailers react, and after that the real game will start, right? Hedge funds or the money managers start reacting once the retail traders are trapped. When this is done, then we are going to take the trades, right? Then most important data for today, which is the AIA crude oil stock change, right? So everything is revolving around oil, right? So today, if you're trading every day till the time this escalation or this Iran episode is going on, the first chart which you want to see on your chart, right, on your screen is the oil chart. I request somebody have joined. Lot of noises are coming.
പറയുന്നു ഉബിനെ അടുത്ത് എല്ലാം അങ്ങനെ ഉബിനെ പറഞ്ഞത് നടക്കത്തുള്ളൂ വേറെ ഒന്നും അപ്പീലില്ല
Okay. So let's move on to the next. So we have lot of data related to oil, and 8 and 8:30 will be that time which will bring lot of volatile movement in the oil prices as well as in gold and as well as in dollar. So right now, if oil prices are rising, dollar is going to get strength, right? And if this is happening, gold will going to take the correction. So be aware, we have discussed the important zones from where the chances of reversals are quite high. Then moving to the 2-year FRN auctions, same like the bonds, we have this, right? And this has been used by the banks or the financial institutions, 17-week bill auction. So these are the most important data for me. And at 9:30, we had the 10-year bond auction for the Canada. So I am expecting 9:30 today, right? According to the Indian Standard Time. For the Dubai, it will be around 8, right? So at 8 p.m., according to the Dubai timing, we are going to see very good movement in gold, right? So try to book all your profits, whatever positions you are taking into the Eurozone before the 8, right? After 8, watch the market, and then you can create a overnight position in gold, right? And don't worry, we'll share those trades and analysis on our dedicated social media platforms. That is the BMC Trading Insights, and the BMC Premium community. Apart from this, I also provide short reels and videos on my YouTube channel. You just need to search my mentor Anurag. You'll find my YouTube channel over there. I'll make 30-40 minutes of detailed video on how I am analyzing chart, what kind of trading opportunities I am looking, I have identified, and how I'm going to take trades, right? Even I take live trades also, and you can ask your questions in the comment sections. Right now, let's move on to the last, that is the 10:30 p.m. So we have two important data. One is the ECB Montagner speech. Then we have the 5-year note auction. So this is the most important 5-year note auction, right? So instead of 8, 10:30, that means according to the Dubai time, it's 9. 9 will be that time which is going to bring lot of volatility if there is any kind of increase in the interest rates which is being offered, right? And it is an indication that lot of people have faith in US economy for 5 year. That is the reason they are giving their money for 5 year to the US government. Okay. And it means they are making US stronger, right? So be aware. So that's all the important data, right? Which are still pending to be released and which will give new shape to the market symmetry. So remember it. Just to conclude, we have discussed all the market segment. We have given special emphasis on gold, and according to the current time period and current structure, we are towards the buy side, and still there is room available that prices might go up, right? We have given you the levels. You'll find the recording of this sessions on my YouTube channel also. And if you are the existing client of BMN Capital, you just need to share one message to your relationship manager, and you'll get the link of the Zoom meeting. So till the time, bye bye, and have a safe trading day ahead. I thank you, all of you, for attending today's sessions. And if you have questions, do ask in the comment sections. Thank you.